Jessie B Scrapbooking back with another process video. Here's the picture. It's my daughter and two of my nieces. And we're going to use lots and lots of scraps for this one. I'm using this full sheet of paper from a paper pad. And I like the off-white, but not that mustard design at the bottom. So we'll be covering it up. Today is Thinking of You Scraplift Thursday, and I am going to be scraplifting a photo or a layout by Nicole Nowosad. I think that's how you say her name. I found it on Pinterest and I love it. So I am cutting all these pieces of paper down. Sorry, got interrupted. I'm cutting all these pieces of paper down to 1.5 by 3 inch. And I think they're a little bigger. I think she did hers like at 1 inch or so. I'm not sure. But I decided just to go with the 1.5 because I could see more of my bigger patterns on these papers. I'm not going to make you watch me cut all these down, but I'm trying to get 2 or 3 out of each pattern at least. And this one was just a little too small. I would have loved it in there. But and I want to throw in a couple of more solid ones, and that's what this is here. All right, so there we go. Got them all cut out. And then I also I forgot to turn the camera on when I was trying to figure out how I was going to lay all these patterns out. So I got it all figured out and then remembered to turn the camera on. So you missed me taking all the different patterns and moving them around in a million different places. So it's okay. You can see what I do here. And I really like the look of this. It reminds me of a quilt. And I did think about going and stitching on it with getting my sewing machine out, and like you would on a quilt. And I think she did in the original Scraplift, but I didn't. So I sped this up really fast because it did take a little while to make sure those were all lined up, and this video is getting pretty long. So I sped that up, and I wish I could move that fast. This paper did come out of paper pad, and I didn't cut off the little extra it always has at the top. And so that's what I'm doing now. And since it's sideways. But anyway. Okay, so isn't that beautiful? Oh, I just love it. I would love to have a quilt like that too. And those patterns and everything. All right, so I am going to map my picture here. I'm leaving it the 4x6, and I'm adding it on this tone-on-tone purple flowered paper. So while I'm cutting this, I'll tell you about my Thinking of You Scraplift Thursdays. It's, I don't know if I said this before, but every Thursday, I go through my Pinterest and Instagram, and especially my Pinterest, and I pick out different layouts that other people have done that I really like. I actually have a file or a board that says Wanna Scraplift, and that is where I got this. So, and I just think that these people that do these original layouts are just amazing, and I want to show them how much I love their talent by copying it. So that's what Thinking of You Scraplift is about. Okay, so these flowers I cut out from a paper pad, and I cut a whole sheet of paper in these flowers, and they are beautiful, and they match perfectly with all these colors that I chose for this um, quilt pattern. And I decided to pop up my picture to give it some dimension. And I'm just going to uh, play around with these flowers. Oh, excuse me. Play around with the flowers and um, figure out exactly where I want them to go. She has beautiful clusters, flower clusters around hers, and so I am going to emulate that. And then I also bring in, from the same paper pad, um, there was a sheet of, or a paper that had all these beautiful leaves printed on it. And so I took one of those and fussy cut half of it because it was a lot of fussy cutting. So I only did half of it, but I cut them all out and I am going to put them um, sprinkled around for the greenery in these. One thing about these florals is that there's actually just two colors, and then each color has a couple different flowers in it, like same flower but just a little different shape or leaves in different spots. And right there you can see I flipped over that one. I was going to use it, and then I totally didn't see it laying right there in front of me. And so I just grabbed another one and stuck it up there. And then here I am finding it going, oh yeah, well, at least I used the same exact flower I was going to. So yeah, it kind of just blended into the background here. So I didn't do much of a dry run on placing these flowers. I figured that I was just going to use this double-sided foam tape that I got from the Dollar Tree, and glue. So some of them are adhered flat and some of them are popped up on that foam tape. And I'm just going to go for it. And I might like stick it up there and see if I like it and then put the glue on it. But a lot of times I just put it right there where I think it needs to go. And even like these ones, I glue them down flat, and then in a little bit you'll see me come back in and pop up part of them because I decided I didn't want them flat. So, yeah, I'm just keep going with that. I'm sitting here looking outside right now, and today this weather is crazy. It's spring here in Montana, but we have had wind and rain and snow all day. Yesterday was beautiful, 70 degrees. Today we get snow. Here I am, a little foam underneath those petals. And I decided I want to do a little cluster down on the bottom to bring in some of those florals down to the bottom. And then I see these little yellow flowers that were also in the same paper. And I forgot about them. And so then I seen one fell out or something, and I seen it. I'm like, oh, I want to use those. So I dumped out all the flowers in from the bag into this little it's just a lid of a container, and I sprinkle a couple of the flowers around, and it brings out the yellow flowers in the paper, um, and a couple of the different papers that I used. So here I am sticking all these greenery in, just filling out these flower clusters. And okay, so I did place most of them, and then um, yeah, forgot to go back in and actually glue them. So I went back in and glued them down, I think, off camera there. That's what that little hiccup was in the filming. And then I am looking at this after I get these last ones in here. Oh, maybe I do glue them down on camera. I can't remember. But the cluster at the bottom, I noticed that it was really blending in with the pattern in the background there. So I decided to move it over to where this blue tone on tone is, and or mixed media type of um, paper, and then that purple tone on tone. And it just gives it a little bit more solid base for them to pop on. And I like that a whole lot better. And so I'm going to pop up the light pink one and leave the darker one adhered flat. And I am going to put some more of these little greeneries around it and to fill it out. And then I have, I think, 2 of the yellow, little yellow flowers too. So let's see. Oh, I do pop up part of that one, that's right. But the rest of it, I laid adhered flat, and the rest of it, yeah, my words are tongue-tied. Part of it is adhered flat, and part of it is popped up on that darker reddish pink one. Okay, now, yes, I did glue them all down afterwards, so you didn't have to watch me do it all over again. So everything's glued down, and now I went and I grabbed these stickers. I got them from Tuesday Morning, and they're like a chipboard sticker, and they have these adorable little phrases. The one I tucked up in the flowers there says love. That one that I'm placing on the picture says, remember this day, or remember this, or something like that. And I can't remember what the bottom one says, and my screen is too tiny for me to read it. So then these stickers, they're a chipboard sticker too, I got from my sister, and she's seen them, and they're all quotes on little girls, and she thought it was really cute, so she got them for me. I have no idea where she got them, but I really like them. And so I'm using this one here as my title, and it says thank heavens for little girls. And my little girl isn't so little anymore, and my 2 nieces are growing up way too fast. One of them is 14, the other one is 10. So they're not really little girls anymore, but I don't mind. They're still my little girls. And this picture was actually taken in church one Sunday, right before Christmas. So these are just some beautiful gold hearts out of this sticker book. It is my Chamel sticker book that I got at Tuesday Morning. And I decided to move that title block up a little bit because it looked like it was making trap space, and I didn't care for that. So I moved it up, and now I'm looking, because when I was flipping through it looking for the hearts, I seen these flowers, and I thought that they would be perfect. They are a thin, almost see-through, well, I guess they are a see-through or clear sticker, but on the cream colored background you can't see anything but the cream, so it just makes them a lot more opaque. And so I'm just adding the 2, one on each side, and then I'm adding 2 leaves on this side, one here and one on the top, and just so that those stickers don't look like they're out of place. They look like they were supposed to be there, not an afterthought. And then let me see. I think I'm coming in with my puffy dots next. Possibly. I don't know. I disappeared. Oh, yep, that's what I'm doing. So here I'm coming in with the gold glitter, and oh, I did remember before I put all my dots down to cut off the bottoms. Usually I have to do that later because I always forget and do it when I remember when everything's wet, so I wait. But this time I come in with my puffy paint, and I'm gluing that one flower down with it. And this is just a puffy paint from Walmart, and I'm just making a little bit of scattering, and I hope you like it. That's the end of my layout. Please give me a thumbs up if you like it. If you want to see more, please subscribe, and don't forget to push that notification bell so that you know when I post a new one. God bless. Goodbye.